Okay, in today's video, we're going to demonstrate one of our students came in and got a putter fitting. We're going to show you how we do our fittings. A lot of it is the equipment, but also your perception of how you see. A lot of people don't understand that. That's what we call bioswing dynamics instruction. What we're going to do is kind of implement a little bit of an instruction into a fitting, which is what we always try to do to help the student. Perfect example, if you were to get a rifle and look down the line, right, and close one eye and then open it and close the other, you're gonna notice that target is gonna move. Well, this is exactly what we're talking about. Your perception of how you see. You know, they say put your eyes over the ball when you're putting. It works for some people, but not all, because we're not all the same. We don't all do the same thing. That's why I don't do cookie cutter lessons here. We don't just sit here, this is the way you do it. We say this is the way you do it. In this video, you're gonna find out how this student does it, and maybe it'll help you whether you pull or push the ball. It'll definitely address any issues you have and hopefully help you correct them. If not, always come in, reserve a lesson at AdvancedDynamicGolfCenter.com under our instruction page. We are located in Gilbert, Arizona. So let's take a look at this video and see how it works. Okay, so here's our student. As we begin our fitting, I'll take a look at his swing. You can see he's very wristy. He's flipping the ball. So we kind of put him on the launch monitor and showed him with our cameras how he was flipping the ball. And then we worked with him real quickly, a couple minutes, and we fixed that. He's swinging more with his shoulders now. So the reason why we addressed that is we don't want a swing issue to be the reason why he's missing the ball right or left. So we can kind of start from scratch. Okay, so what you're going to do first is we're going to have you stand beside this ball. You're not going to look behind it from the view that we're looking at right now. But then what you're going to do is we're going to place a ball down somewhere over here. But by you standing over here on the left side, before you can stand behind it and see where exactly it lines up here, we're going to use this perception over here, and then we're going to have you plant the ball where you think the hole is. Okay, now that you stood up against this ball, now that you stood on top of this ball and you look down, I've placed the ball where you think the hole is. But when we get behind it, you will see that ball is actually left, and it explains why he is always pulling the ball. He keeps aiming left because it's perception, based on perception. So what does that mean when I say perception? Well, there's a lot of golfers, instructors, who have always said, place your eyes directly over the ball. Well, when you look down with this camera, it looks pretty much square. Okay, so a good way to explain it is this. We've always been told to try to get your eyes over the ball, right? And then you'll see the line better. But there's a lot of golfers who, when they do that, they'll see the ball to the right or to the left because it's based on their perception of where they think they see the ball. So, as you can see, our golfer, who we are giving a lesson to right now, when he looks up, he keeps pulling the ball. So if you continue pulling the ball, there's got to be possibly a perception of where you see the hole. So if you are somebody who pulls or pushes the ball, here's a little thing you can do. Grab a ball about 2 feet away and place it perfectly. Okay, you can place that ball dead center between this ball and the hole. So when you stand over here and you look at that ball should look perfectly centered to that hole. In other words, what I'm saying is, when you stand over this ball with your eyes over the ball, right now it feels to me like if I hit this ball to that ball, I'm going to miss the hole to the left, because my perception is that hole is in where it looks based on where my eyes are. So what I do is I will actually back up. In fact, Jack Nicklaus used to do this almost every time he played. What'll happen now, there you go, right here. So now look at how far my eyes are from being over the ball. But it looks now, my perception, that if I put that ball to that ball, then it'll go to the hole. So that's the main reason why we pull or push the ball. Or even if you have the yips, the problem is your brain doesn't see the hole where you think your eyes see the hole, and it'll it'll get you to not swing nice and fluid. But do the first test too that we showed you about, when you lay the stick, put the ball on the little dot, on the little hole, and have somebody put the ball where you think the hole is, just to make sure that's what you're seeing. Then get here, get you over the ball, and if you don't see that ball going to that ball going into the hole, then adjust, back up a little, maybe even get a little close if you're standing too far, until this ball looks lined up with that ball, and it'll go in the hole. So in other words, once you put that ball to that ball, it looks like it'll definitely go in the hole. But adjust yourself, and you'll be amazed how much more putts you'll make. Good luck. All right, so you'll notice now how you're looking down the line. You're literally standing right over the ball. We lined that ball up perfect.
Yeah.
Correct?
And it still looks left.
And it looks like if you hit that ball, then your putt's going to go to the right. Correct?
Yep.
Okay, so the reason is your perception of where your eyes are. Okay? The way you're looking at that is why you're pulling the ball to the left. So a lot of times that's what happens when you get the yips. Your eyes and brain don't believe it. So let's go ahead and stand over the line. Now what we're going to do is we're going to get you to just back up a little bit until that ball looks like it's right in the center of the hole. You see that?
Yeah.
Okay. So now be careful not going too far back. Okay. Does that look straight? So it looks like if you hit that ball now, it looks like it's going to go in the center. There you go. Yeah. All right, now we're going to move that ball, and you're going to go ahead and putt. Now that you put yourself backed up a little bit. Now go right at the, now putt it.
Oh, wow.
See the difference? You're not pulling the ball anymore. Yeah. Grab another ball and hit it again.
Probably standing on top of it too much.
Well, that's exactly what we're saying. Most people, they think that their eyes should be over the ball. Because you saw the ball going to the right, perception. That's why you're pulling the ball. Now you can see, now you're pushing it a little bit because you're not used to this.
Yeah.
So do it again.
Yeah, that's not normal to be going right.
Okay, so now that those balls went to the right, and that's something you've never done before. Right. You'd always go to the left.
Yeah.
So the reason, go ahead and set up again, and let me know when you're ready.
Ready.
So the reason is this. If you look real carefully, you'll notice you're aiming to the right. Look and see how the putter face is aiming to it. So now there's a line already on the ground. See that black line right there?
Yeah.
Square your club face up. Right? There we go.
Okay.
Now you're aiming straight. Put your putter down. Okay, you're aiming to the right. Straight. So don't move. Look at this line right here, and look at the line on your putter. See how they're dead straight?
Oh yeah.
Now watch. If you do this, see how see that line?
Yeah.
See that line?
Gotta pay attention
yes.
to that line on that putter.
So, and then when you go close, see how it's left of this line?
Yeah.
So you want to line that up where it's dead. There you go. It's like a continuation of that line.
Okay.
Go ahead and putt. Beautiful. Beautiful. This putt does break a little to the right. Okay. To be honest with you, the putt should be a little bit to the left side of the hole. Perfect. There you go. See how you're getting much closer now?
Yeah.
Let's do it again. Okay, you're aiming right. that should barely miss to the left because you pulled that.
Yep.
Okay. There we go. Okay, so now that is actually just outside the left edge, but that's actually the way the putt is. It should break a little to the right.
Okay.
Okay, so let's go ahead and set up. So go ahead and set up. Okay, and I'll tell you when you're lined up.
Okay.
Okay, now does that look like if you were to putt to that ball, it would go to the just left edge of the hole?
Now it does.
Okay, perfect. So here's what you're gonna do from now on. You're gonna find maybe, like, see this little stone right here?
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully you won't hit it and knock it off. So you're gonna find a stone, a piece of blade of grass. You're gonna find something that is maybe about 2 feet, maybe not even this far, maybe about right there. And you're gonna go stand up there and you're gonna find that piece, you're gonna line it up. Then you're gonna keep looking at it like this. You're gonna come back here, you're gonna see that, and then say, okay, that's wrong. And then focus on that little rock or whatever, and then walk up here, step up, and you're looking at that rock, and then you're gonna line up to that rock, then you're gonna look at the hole, right? And then you're just gonna go ahead and putt.
Okay.
Okay? So I'm gonna move this ball. We know that little rock right there. So I want you to go back here. So now you're looking at that rock. Here's the tiny little rock. I don't know, can we see it right there? And then you're gonna line it up.
Okay.
Now you're gonna walk up, keeping that rock in view. And then when you feel like that rock is right in between your ball and the hole, go ahead and putt. Remember, go ahead and putt. There you go.
Too fast.
Now you just hit that too fast. Okay? Okay, because you tend to pull the ball, you'll notice that your putter has a short neck, which is actually very favorable for people who pull the ball. So there's longer necks, slants, and shorter necks. So we're going to use, for you, a shorter neck with a 30. This one is only 35 inches. We're going to do 36. So we're going to try the shorter neck, and then we're going to try 2 different putters. We're going to try this one, which is the EV2. I'm sorry, the EV8, and then we're going to try the EV2. So I'm going to put both these together, and we're going to give them a shot.
Okay.
There you go, right there. There you go. And that thing will break right in there.
Nice.
Tell you, it's just a little left to right break. I've made that a million times. All right, try it again.
Soft. But
Yeah, a little too ginger there. So this one, so now you'll notice when you can't see it, but I can. When you set up here, your toe is a little up in the air,
yeah.
and
Does
so
that mean I step a little bit forward?
well, no. What I'm gonna tell you is that when you get a longer putter, it's gonna go like that.
Yeah. That'll
Okay.
help.
Yeah. So it'll bring the toe down a little bit. You're aiming a little right. There you go. You just pulled it a little bit and you hit a little too hard, but that's the left side is where you're trying to. You literally almost want to split the left corner of this putt.
Okay.
Okay, right there. You're aiming right. There you go. Perfect. Go. Beautiful. That's gonna break in there perfect.
Nice. Good
See?
putter.
So, all right. So let me try to tell you, you're aiming straight. You're aiming a little there. You're aiming right. There you go. Perfect. You feel the difference?
Yeah.
What,
Felt nice.
You like that or do you?
Yeah. I like it because I don't have to focus on any power. I just have to focus on the shoulder swing.
What? So by putting a heavier head, it kind of feels like you were aiming right. So a good thing for you to do is if you were to get a putter that has a line like that, like kind of like yours, or,
Yeah.
and then draw a straight line to the hole or wherever you're putting at.
Okay.
And as you putt, you almost want to feel like that line is staying right on the line.
Okay. As I
Okay.
swing through it.
If you start seeing it going to the right or to the left, that's where your ball should
Let me
go.
think about that on this one.
You hear me right? There you go. That was good, but you recoiled.
Oh, I did come
Yeah,
back.
Yeah. Remember what I told you? Just
Yeah,
swing,
swing through.
follow through.
Okay.
There we go. That should. Oh, that almost. That was a little bit, but much better. So we have a putting method here that will really help with your distance control. There we go. There we go. That is perfect. You feel the difference?
Yeah.
So that's all you're doing. So
That's
now
all
I'm
good.
not sure if you want to spend the money for a new putter or what, but how does the grip feel?
Grip feels nice. It's wider than mine, which I like a lot.
Yeah.
Let me try another one here.
So this is basically the pistol grip. There you
Yeah.
go. So
The grip feels nice. So the biggest thing in a putter fitting is to learn your length of how, like, for your perception where you're standing at, and then also the grip.
well, the difference between our putter fittings and everyone else's is we're gonna make sure that you have the correct putter in your hands. So when I put you in the simulator, right, we made sure that we found out the style that you putt. Okay, so I'm looking. Then I also as an instructor can give you little tips. Because if I didn't tell you to stop doing what you were doing, how you were flipping the golf club
Yeah.
to put your hands a little bit more forward, then I'm really not doing you any service.
By fitting me to
Yeah,
that swing.
all
Okay.
I'm doing is just kind of, I'm fitting you to your compensation, and that's not helping anybody.
Yeah.
So once you understand that when you putt, we don't flip the ball like this, and by you putting your hands like this right at the head, you're adding more loft. So once you put your hands a little forward, right, and then instead of swinging with your hands, you're swinging more with your shoulders, right?
Yeah.
Also, too, when you're putting, you are recoiling.
Yeah.
And the only way what that does, when you recoil, you have tension in your arms. So you have to hold the putter tight because you got to recoil it. If you just hold the putter loose, right, then you almost can't recoil it. There's no tension. So this really promotes a good shoulder swing. Make sense?
Nice. Yeah, I love the tips you're giving me. Thank you for doing that. Just short?
And that putter head's gonna be a lot lighter.
Yeah, it is.
So there's no real adjustment in that putter compared to this either.
I like the grip on this one too. Not as much as the last one though.
There you go.
Nice. Yeah, it definitely feels
I like
different.
that shape of that putter.
Is this lighter or is this the same?
It
weight?
should be a little bit lighter. I
Okay.
don't know what we have
Slightly
to
lighter.
take the weights and find out.
Nice. I like this one. It's definitely a little bit different than the one I have. How it feels. More condensed. Feels good. Feels really nice. I like this grip too.
There we go.
This is the best I'm putting so far with this one.
Hold on. Wait till I tell you. You're aiming right. There you go.
This one feels really nice.
Okay, so now that you can see the process of our putter fittings, you'll understand a little bit better how we also, throw in a little bit of instruction. This way we can get a more very, how can I say, efficient putter fitting instead of trying to fit a customer that has a chink in his armor, some type of compensation. So what we did is we wound up, instead of him purchasing a new putter, we wound up fixing his old putter because it wasn't too far off. There's no sense in spending money if you don't need to. These clubs are already expensive. So what we wound up doing is lengthening his putter, adjusting the loft. The head was fit real perfect for his stroke, so he's more of an open gate, close the gate type of putter. So we got him it's a little toe down. Possibly later we might add a little bit of weight. He currently plays a Scotty Cameron, so it turned out really well. Another thing you didn't see the video is our screen. So we did a lot of measurements to see where his body, or what his length of arms, his height, all those were contributing factors to finding the right putter fitting for him. So with that being said, you want to make sure that when you do get fit for a putter, that all the characteristics of your swing are being fitted for. Also, too, again, if you have any type of compensations in your swing, make sure you have an authorized fitter, but somebody who little knows about the putting stroke, where they can give you a little bit of help. So ultimately, everything worked out here. From what I understand, his putting has got improved dramatically. He's not pulling the ball anymore, and I understand he's coming for a putting lesson pretty soon. So schedule your putter fitting today. AdvancedDynamicGolfCenter.com. Thank you.